We have a little guide for the step-down court. It's going to be the ultimate court of their stellar majesties, John, Paul, and Gilyan, each the third, on April 12th, Honest Diatonis, LAX, hosted by the Canton of Glassman. Sonic procession, opening words, stable shields, generosity, fealty, franchise, and then the final the backside of this guide includes information about the sonnets that will be performed today. Both sonnets here were composed by Master René de Moore with the step down court, and show them here, but it sounds like we're starting. Actually, folks who are joining us, I'm going to be moving the camera. Bear with me. While we move around. As we begin, the heralds are processing.
When Jean Paul and Gilyan, third of their names, came to their coronation, they came as a study in the Elizabethan court. As Elizabeth I made almost a pilgrimage through various plays and presentations which reminded the populace as much as herself of the greatness of England and its strengths. So did Jean Paul and Gilyan tour through various groups at their coronation to hear what the populace would have them know or be watchful of in their reign.
As Elizabeth took not only the normal oaths and actions of an English monarch in coronation, but took an oath to the people. So too did Jean Paul and Gilyan make an oath to the populace at the coronation. These actions bring us, the people and citizens of Ansteorra, into closer connection with the peace of history.
But being in touch with a time period is not just knowing or even recreating the history. Being in touch with history, living the dream, is feeling as though you could be there in that time and place. Feelings conveyed less through history and actions than through art or music.
As this reign began with an Elizabethan feel through recreation of historical acts, how could an Elizabethan reign come to a close without an expression of Elizabethan art? Without that art form called the Shakespearean sonnet. Rise, Ansteorra, and open your ears and live in this moment that begins the final court of Jean Paul and Gilyan, third of the reign, King Anachronism.
Two faithful bearers of the kingdom's weight, who, with each honest deed this 1/2 year, did prove no less in grace than could not be, nor let the darkest day their brightness glare. To war against a mighty foe they met, with skill and courage shown so frequently, that bards say they to each battle stand, to share the honor gained judiciously. This process could each stainless act recant, and still not speak of their true quality. For kindness shown to all in such amount doth gather us today in unity. So mark you well, and every word attend, as we, fulfilled by deepest thanks, commend. For this day, in commendation of the populace, through Jean-Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, here declare the opening of their final court. You have your Majesty's leave to take your ease. Throughout this reign, those who have attended court have been regaled with this day in history. We have spoken things that have happened on various days the period of time that we study. But at Gulf War and at Elfsea Defender, we spoke of things that were important to our kingdom. Not least among these things, though not history of today, is that Ansteorra has a child. Their Majesties invite before this assembled court and would have you rise and give respect to the Prince and Princess of Vendhame, scions of Ansteorra.
Your Saint Highnesses of Vendhame, Agado, Oranganai, Sanwashi, Age of Vendhame, along with Mistress Adria Morel, Gold Chief of Vendhame.
And as their Highnesses have taken their ease, so let the populace do as well. Ansteorra's child stands with us, but this is a day we reflect on things that are Ansteorran. On this day in history, 9 years ago, Crepin Lastriche was named a King's Champion, and Nicolette Duville was made a Lady of the Order of the Rose. Evelyn Blackeneye and Delphina Deschampeau were elevated to the Order of the Laurel, and Sophie Griffith was elevated to the Order of the Pelican. 17 years ago, on this day, Colleen O'Kelly received a Sable Comet for service to Glassland. 28 years ago today, Dietrich Kempenig von Eltz was made a Centurion of the Sable Star. 39 years ago today, Jan Worzelum and Sigmund the Wing-Footed were elevated to the Order of the Pelican, and Siglinda Sear was recognized as a Lion of Ansteorra. 55 years ago today, Michael of Moria was elevated to the Order of the Laurel. My lords and ladies, these names are part of our lifeblood and history. If you are new to the SCA, or new enough that you know not who these people are, we are partly failing you. These are our history. These are our forebears. And we would encourage you to seek out those who have been in the SCA long enough to tell you tales of those who bore these names. with that respect for history and that respect for this kingdom's line in place, attend now the words of your crown.
Something that Etienne's words remind me of is we are all connected. We may not know exactly how, we may not understand, but there is a way that we are all connected together. Please remember that. Be kind. We all deserve it. From each other and from ourselves. Throughout our reign, I'm sure you, any of you who've been to court, have heard some of our friendship lessons, shall we say. Every one of those, I would say, our final court, we stole directly from my little book. But it just stands to remind everybody that there is kindness and beauty throughout the world, whether you're interested in it, children's cartoons, or not. There's a message there for everybody. Please pay attention around you to those who need to hear your thoughts, to those who need your kindness. We all need it.
For kindness and friendship, huzzah! Huzzah! As this court began with a sonnet, the remainder of this court is structured around a sonnet. This sonnet was written for the crown by Master René Damor. At this time, we begin the first of three parts of court. My lords and ladies, court sonnet, first quatrain, generosity.
Of duties regal, this one likes us most. To note deserving gentles with reward, and of their worth and goodly action both, as we, with love-filled hearts, such proof afford.
This court begins by summoning before it Osa Inbinda.
Elsa, hi. Through the wonders of Anne, we have heard so many things about you. It's hard to pick just one, but we managed to put them all together. You like to share dancing with everybody, whether they know it or not. Sometimes you go up and you're like, dance, we're dancing. You've won many competitions. Yeah. I'm not going to read all these because we have a lot of stuff to do, but I am going to give them to you so that you make sure that you will hear all the words.
Be it known that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of expertise in the field of European dance, do by this our charter bestow upon Osa Inbinda the award of the Stable Thistle of Ansteorra! Signed, Jean Paul, King, Gilyan, Queen.
Lovely scroll cover.
For the newest Sable Thistle of Ansteorra, vivat! Vivat! Now their Majesties summon forth Mongo Chechig into this court.
Although voice heraldry is a thing that often is attached to a service. And while it's greatly appreciated, valued, sought after, and probably not rewarded often, it is a wonderful service, is how most people think about it. But there are those, like yourself, who have turned it into more of a art, who have made it a thing that enhances the atmosphere, that makes the environment better, and that enhances the joy of the people around. That you, the way you use your voice and the things you say and the way you say them, makes everybody's experience better. This word recognition came to us, and we saw it and very much agreed, having seen you in person, that you make an experience better with your folks.
Be it known that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of expertise in the field of voice heraldry, do by this our charter award unto Mungo Chechik, the award of the Sable Thistle of Ansteorra. This is so done to give it in our barony of Damron on the 8th day of February. And signed on the 59B on the 2025. And Jean Paul King, Gilyan, we. For our newest Sable Thistle of Ansteorra, Vivat! Vivat! Now their Majesties summon into their presence, Rollo Svensson!
Rollo, again, you're a person that I've only got to know a little bit over the last year or so. But I've watched you in many facets. I watched how hard you work for the SCA. I watched how hard you fight. I watched how hard you do almost everything that you do. And the joy and the effort that you do all your activities is very obvious. And it's great to watch. Particularly, though, we're talking up to you, having you come up here to talk about your way of brewing and your skill at it. And again, kind words came to us, talking about how you were one of the steps brewing competition last year of Water, and then how you love this big engineer heart, happy to constantly improve, document, and think of your recipes, making them better and better every time. And so when we saw this word recognition, the many and many things, we also
Be it known that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration and expertise in the field of brewing, do by this our charter bestow upon Rollo Svensson the award of the Sable Thistle of Ansteorra. April, and it's signed on the 2025. Saying, signed, John Paul King, Gilyan, we.
recording a little bit too short for subjects.
For Rollo, the newest Sable Thistle of Ansteorra, Vivat!
Their Majesties have been searching, and the search is over. The crown calls before this court Rosamond Nightingale.
Rosamond, for those of you who were not privy to our officer meetings with our kingdom officers, we did expect quite a bit of our kingdom officers, such as written reports with 5 specific things every month. One of those things was we want the names of the people in your reporting line who have been rock stars, who are just knocking it out of the park, and you don't have to worry about it all. You know they're going to do the job, and it just makes your job easier because these people are very showing up. Your name kept coming up month after month from our team center. The former team center.
Get a new guy.
Get a new job now. She really appreciated all the work that she did helping her with handbooks. And she's like, we appreciate those who make others' lives easier. And to us, that is good.
Know ye that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of an extraordinary act of sacrifice and service, do by this our charter award unto Rosamond Nightingale, the sable sparrow of Ansteorra. This is so that we're given our barony of Elstead. On the 11th day of January, Anno Societatis 59, the Anno Domini 2025, Jean Paul King, Gilyan Queen. For the newest recipient of the Sable Sparrow of Ansteorra, vivat! Vivat!
At this time, their Majesties would call for, here we go, when Fruy Urch Llewellyn.
Hi, Gregory. You in person. I see your face so much on the little screen. For those who don't know, Gregory is our emergency replacement Kingdom Exchequer, who has also been chosen to be the next Kingdom Exchequer, and is currently in training. Because all officers need training, right? You've done an inordinate amount of work, not only in the Exchequer office, in debate, how many times, how many groups, we don't need to do that. But it's just astounding the amount of work you do throughout the kingdom and the amount of work you volunteer to do. Really, absolutely.
Know ye that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in recognition of exceptional contributions and service to our realm, do by this our charter elevate when Fruy Urch Llewellyn to the rank and estate of companion to the Order of the Star of Merit. Jean Paul King, Gilyan Queen.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes.
For the newest companion to the Order of the Iris of Merit, Star of Merit, Vivat! 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 At this time, their Majesties call forth Kristoder Bjarnason.
Richard, we haven't seen you as often as we've seen you here, obviously. Yes, we have. But I'd like to actually kind of bring up the last line on the rendition that got sent to us, which was, he serves quietly and efficiently. And again, the engineer loves the efficiency. They work about how to do different services in the different areas, coming down from Shadowlands and Stargate, Westgate. Essentially from that. You have a long, substantial, well done history.
Now know that we, John Paul and Gillian, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in recognition of exceptional contributions of service to our realm, do by this our charter elevate Kristoder Bjarnason to the rank and estate of companion to the Order of the Star of Merit of Ansteorra. By Jean Paul King. For the newest companion to the Order of the Star of Merit, Vivat! 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 It is their Majesty's pleasure to welcome before this court Matthias Grunwald.
Hi, Matthias. For those who don't know, last week I made recognized Matthias as a white man. I did not have at that time the scroll, because I planned to do it this weekend, but somebody in White Star is president of XCA and he's going to be busy today. We changed plans.
We
Pivoted as one does. But I wanted to make sure that you receive. Okay.
Oh.
It's in a nice little box.
Don Matthias has given Her Royal Majesty Gilyan, Queen of Ansteorra, a gift to symbolize her decision to make him a white scarf. It is a display with the inscription, "My sacred honor, my blade, my wings, always yours in service." It bears the arms of Her Royal Majesty and Matthias, centered around the white scarf insignia. Above the insignia rests a tarantula hawk wasp specimen, standing guard the bond between queen and white scarf. This gift was made both by Matthias and his wife, Michelle.
Thank you very much.
For the gift of Don Matthias and the presentation of his charter. Vivat!
Viva!
But, Don Matthias, don't leave just yet.
Hey!
For you are among many. It is Her Majesty's pleasure at this time to summon the Order of the White Scarf of Ansteorra.
Order of the White Star. I have spoken with many of you over the last several weeks. I'm going to say it all again. So I'm going to ask specific questions.
No, Your Majesty.
Her Majesty summons before this court Anastasia Dmitrieva Sokolova.
That's going to get through here instead. Feel something for it.
Don't call it. It's Holland.
Will you accept it? Oh, yeah, you need to.
There is a scarf, Your Majesty, but the scarf had a short lineage earlier today, so I took it around and I had a bunch of younger donors with it and wear it, and I figured I'm going to do it. Margaret, Santiago, Renee, Orlando, Havar, Stephen, Gia, Twill, Matthias, Aubrey, Ulrich, Mahadi, Phil, Diego, Ulrich, and Jerry. I didn't find you before.
believe it's for the shoulder, Your Majesty. Oh. Okay, perfect.
This is not my community. I would ask Master Robin if he would help guide the newest member in the setting of this host with all those gathered around.
Uniquely, of the oldest one in Ansteorra. This one was not written by the clown. It was written by the White Stars ourselves, over 30 years ago. It comes from our hearts, as you join your hearts and hands. I promise upon my faith and sacred honor. To be true subject. To the Queen and King of Ansteorra. Defending crown and kingdom against all malefactors and invaders. Command in such defense. All those who owe me service. To give true counsel. To give freely of my skills. As soldier scholar before you. For the benefit of the kingdom. I swear this oath. In good faith and without deceit. Therefore I pledge. To aid and support my companions. Keeping this oath. So swear I.
Also know that we, Gilyan and John Paul, Queen and King of Ansteorra, in consideration of exceptional skill and chivalry in rapier combat and service to the crown in the traditions of Ansteorra, do by this our charter advance and the station of each man of Sokola, to the rank and estate of companion to the order of the White Stars of Ansteorra, with all responsibilities and privileges. This is solemnly given in our canton of Glasgow on the 12th day of April, on the Society Conference 59, being Honor Nominee 2045, Gilyan, Queen, Jean Paul, King. For Dona Anastasia, newest White Star from the Kingdom of Ansteorra, Vivat! Vivat! At this time, the crown would welcome before this court, Richard Guerin.
You know, it's funny. I recognize the face, of course, but I had not put the name with the face. I didn't talk to someone about it. There you go. It is. Richard, so many words that come to us about all the work you do across all the many fields, where you're very comic, and then for the kingdom itself, upward. I think this year was 72 hours of parking service you did this year, and then last year we did about the same number. The people around you, your barony and your friends and Ansteorra has noticed and sent word to us about you. And it was tough because there were so many things they wrote to us we could not figure out exactly which thing to focus on. And in the end, I'm afraid that we decided that we were focused on all. And do the old-fashioned.
Be it known that we, John Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of the special endeavors of service to our realm, by this our charter award unto Richard Gilyan the sable crane of Ansteorra. John Paul King.
Richard, while there was these wonderful word recs, there are also many good concepts. Very nice. Other people try to find them. I hope this is easy a little bit.
For the newest sable crane of the Kingdom of Ansteorra, vivat! At this time, their majesties would welcome before this court the following three people. Crepin Lastrich, Sofia Speranza, Golfina and Kira Utar's daughter.
Correct, that is you. As I'm sure that those of you who went to a lot of our courses are probably tired of hearing about, the development and implementation of AI has been fundamentally transformative to our brain. The ability to quickly and easily process a word recommendation, read them, and make quick, good decisions, hopefully, on them has, as I said, been transformational. And while Master Martin has, which was, I think, basically the bedrock of that system, these three, Sophia is not here, have been the one who have built up all the walls, the turrets, and everything else of the system that has made it what the kingdom will work through in the future. The amount of time that they volunteered, the amount of energy and thought and consideration they put into it, I can't spend enough time telling you how much work they did. I can only tell them, and hopefully the people I can only hopefully tell them how much we truly appreciate it and how noble we thought it was.
All shall know that we, Jean Paul and Gilyan, crowned of the stellar lands of Ansteorra, knowing our realm has greatly benefited from works of our loyal subject, do by this our charter honor and favor, Trepid Lastrich, Sofia Speranza, and Golfina and Kira Utar's daughter, with the award of the sable crane of Ansteorra in the field of development. Being honored nominee 2025, John Paul King, Gilyan, Queen. For these newest recipients of the sable crane and for all of their efforts on behalf of our kingdom, vivat! Vivat! Would the members of the Order of the Laurel please attend their majesties? Since ancient times, the laurel has served as a symbol of achievement and excellence. Furthermore, those who have distinguished themselves by following the ideals of chivalry, who esteem our laws and customs, and who embody the attributes of nobility, are counted as peers. Throughout the known world, the laurel has grown to become the symbol of peerage among those greatly skilled in the arts and sciences.
Order of the laurel. Is your order complete?
No, Majesty.
Are you still in agreement upon the advice you have given us concerning this meeting?
Yes, Majesty.
Harold, call the candidate into our presence.
Their Majesties summon into their presence Sabine Lefebvre de Armagnac.
Your Majesties, in the words of my good friend, Sir Owen Bacon. Good gentle! Her service is legendary, but today, you glorious good gentles, today it is her heart that has her called into this magnificent court. Her art that has been elevated, or that has elevated this world to be a much better and beautiful place. Each and every one of you are blessed in this moment to witness such glory, such beauty, and all of you are better for it. With such an awesome crowd, calling such an awesome person into court, we, good gentle, shall hold these precious moments near and dear to our hearts. That's the one I got.
Thanks, Owen.
Is it still your wish to accept membership in this order today from our
As Mistress Marguerite has taken back the belt, she made the comment that she is finishing what someone else started. This journey began with Mistress Talana Dunstana the Minor, and it is her tabard I wear for this ceremony.
We will call testimony concerning this gender.
What is said here? Turn around so that you may hear what is said. Take your
Your Majesty, Sir Vladislav Strelak, Knight of the Society, consented to speak to the prowess and capabilities of this gentle, but could not be here today. Loving us all, he chose not to share that which he may have contracted. He has therefore sent words with Sir Ketus Logason.
Your Majesty, I do speak for my brother Vladislav Pasha, who being exposed himself could not be here. Thank you for having me go first. He says, I, Vladislav Pasha, send words for Sabine. This lady is my peer, but I would speak to two attributes that put someone on any path, myself included, would benefit greatly. First, your dedication. When you put your mind to something, a garment, a recipe, an event, it has been most anything. You invest yourself 100% into it and see it through to the end. This brings me to the second, your perseverance. This goes hand in hand with your dedication, but extends beyond it. No matter the trials or troubles, you always find a way through. You have inspired me from the very start of my time in the SCA with your passion and personality. You are the reason that so many of us are who we are. Your influence goes far beyond just your service and your arts. It goes far beyond Vinheim. It goes far beyond Ansteorra. The impact you have extends beyond the SCA. You have helped shape lives beyond this dream. You are my peer. My only regret is that I'm not here to say this in person. And pretty enough anyway, you see what it says. So it says, my brother, let us know.
Your Majesties, Master Elric Drackline, a member of the Order of Defense, has consented to speak to the honor and courtesies of this gentleman.
It is my honor to speak to you. One of the pillars of the Order of Defense is scholarship, the relentless pursuit and the study of art and skill until mastery. But even mastery does not end the pursuit of scholarship. In fact, true mastery, one acknowledges the pursuit never ends. For mastery compels in one's actions and life to keep teaching and learning and discovering. I have known Sabine for a long time. Her pursuit of scholarship and arts has been relentless, and her mastery of those arts is evident to all those who behold her works. But her mastery goes beyond her achievements and our enjoyment. Her pursuit will not end, and we are all rooted for it. Your Majesties, Sabine is my gift.
Your Majesties, Mistress Adina Terrick's daughter, a member of the Order of the Pelican, has consented to speak to the service and dedication of this gentleman.
As a Pelican in her own right, Sabine's service is undeniable. And so mine will be short and brief. But I am here to talk about her service in from the embroidered pieces for their Majesty's Guard to the numerous classes she teaches and any help she gives at any time. Her art is amazing, and her giving to all. I, Mr. Sabine Terrick's daughter, declare Sabine is my peer again.
Your Majesties, Countess Michelle Chantal de Charenton, a lady of the Order of the Rose, has consented to speak to the nobility and inspiration of this gentleman.
I have, Your Majesties. I mean, you have long been a world on my share so much you have everything from your knowledge to your actual works of art. Your generosity is no bounds. And that for me is definitely the hallmark of a world. I'm very honored to see today and recognize that you are
The Lions of Ansteorra, defenders of the dream, are to our people the exemplars of the dream. Your Majesties, Mistress Elsa Schimmer von Stackenberg, Lion of Ansteorra, defender of the dream, has consented to speak to the impact of this gentle on others' perception of the dream.
Your Majesties, as you well know, Sabine has had a long road to this moment. Faced with many lives, many lives. Her endurance has been an inspiration all through.
I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy that this moment's happening. I know we are all richer for having you in this place. And I look forward to many more years of seeing what you do with your new power and influence. As you continue to benefit great and everything you have. Your Majesty, excuse my prayer. It is our judgment that you fulfill all the requirements of purity and entry into the order of the Lord. We would grant you the insignia which all may know who hold this mastery. What medallion of the order is there for this gentleman? Very strongly about it. Very first one.
Is there a quote?
Yes, Majesty. This cloak likewise. Is there a reason for?
Very messy.
I'm in the world.
We will heed your wise counsel. We will keep the welfare of Ansteorra first and foremost in all of our state. We will work with you to make the lives of our people. We will reward those choosing in your area. And also in prayer. Arise. Mistress to be in the head of the Adonai. Here are the realms. Mistress of the order of the Lord.
Let it be written into the annals of Ansteorra and all the realms of the known world that this day their stellar majesties Jean-Paul II and Gilyan of Clonmacnoise did elevate Sabine de Serre de Armagnac to the rank, estate, style, title, and degree of Mistress of the Order of the Laurel. For Mistress Sabine, Mistress of the Order of the Laurel, vivat! 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 Mistress Sabine, please lead your order to the back of the hall where your new brothers and sisters may welcome you. At this time, their majesties would welcome before this court, Gilly Weston.
Nope, you want to see the thermobit shaping scrolls?
I'm present. Do I get to?
First.
My lords and ladies, this day for court we told you it was based upon a sonnet for each section of court. You have heard the sonnet verse of generosity. You have seen the generosity of the crown. Now we turn to the court sonnet, second quatrain, fealty.
And
let's pause, Master Renee. I apologize. And we'll say, nope. The crown had a wonderful idea. The herald didn't execute quite right. We're going to back up and start this over.
Okay, for a bit more fun, and keep it together the best we can.
Their Majesties would now summon before this court the following people. Alexandre Crane, Ashilda in Havagri, Caitlin McKenna, Alice Levine, Aubrey de Baudricourt, Kajira Camber, Anastasia Dmitrieva Sokolova, Asha of Moonshannon, Katya Stillinger, Ungus Gunn, Emma de Featherston, Cormacker Mickelson, Elgatai Batar, John of Severn, Marl of Moonshannon, Nicaise Malpetit, Jonathan of York, Margarita de Mantua, Michelle Chantal de Charité, Romanius Vindhimus Vesperianus, Perrin de Bougeot, Rickard Fotipper, Nelka Al Jasna, Vincenti Damarano, Isabeau Rossier.
Those of you who may not have guessed it, these are only some of the people who have been helping us for the last 10 months. We've tried to recognize more over the last few weeks because it has been so many people. There's absolutely no way that we, at any ground, can do a rain without the help of so many people. In so many different ways also. There are some who have stayed home every weekend taking care of our dog. So we did not have to worry about it, and we were free to come to events to be with our people. There are some who have followed us late into the night and still gotten us home.
There's some who've taken time to help organize all the many things in the Crown's possession. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And gleefully and joyfully multiple times. Help us raise the husband. So many ways. It's hard. It would be an hour just listening to others wanting to help us. These are people who spend multiple times making sure that this brain can go as well as possible.
Our golden stars, the insignia we were giving out, I'm sure you've all seen each voice. We have placed stenciled our KPMG3 on the back, and then their names are on black fabric with gold letters, whereas the gold reports are gold letters, black letters. Now, these are in alphabetical order, so if you guys could.
As their Majesties distribute these gifts of thanks, know ye that we, Jean-Paul and Gilyan, King and Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of faithful service to the crown of Ansteorra, do by this our charter award unto Alexandre Crane, Schilder in Havagri, Caitlin McKenna, Alice Levine, Aubrey de Baudricourt, Kajira Camber, Anastasia Dmitrieva Sokolova, Asha of Moonshannon, Katya Stillinger, Ungus Gunn, Emma de Featherston, Cormacker Mickelson, Belgatai Batar, John of Severn, Marl of Moonshannon, Nicaise Malpetit, Jonathan of York, Margarita de Mantua, Michelle Chantal de Charité, Romanius Vindhimus Vesperianus, Perrin de Bougeot, Rickard Fotipper, Nelka Al Jasna, Vincenti Damarano, and Isabeau Rossier. The Golden Star of Ansteorra, with all responsibilities and privileges John Paul King, Gilyan Queen.
Busy. Thank you so much. All your hard work.
For the services of these to the crown, Viva! Viva! Woo!
His Majesty now calls for the following to appear before him and this court. Damon Xanthus, Kobayashi no Hotaru, Elfwin Webestra, Marguerite Denard, Etienne de Saint-Amarin.
I feel like I should not have to explain the service of these individuals, but it would be a disservice to not do so. So if I whine a bit long and overly dramatic, I do apologize. I have been blessed. So many people who have taken care of me so many ways. She who did all the garden, did all the fabric, all the clothing, and all the entourage, made sure I was as good as possible. I think she did a lot for the family. Very, very pleased. Very, very grateful. Very grateful. Elfwin has been there for everything. He's taken care of all of them. And she is so good at her job that we don't even think about how good she is at her job sometimes. She just makes it all happen. People ask me questions, and I'm like, I don't know. Elfwin took care of it. Quit talking to me. Sometimes that is. She is amazing, and you're all not fortunate enough to have her to hit it off. I never finished all this. Likewise, Etienne has been at every event we have gone to. He has done every course that we have done. He's crafted every lesson, every history lesson. He's crafted every opening, every closing. He has drafted 19 peerage ceremonies. Make sure that they are timely, significant, and important as they should be. He's done this. He did this for us last year as well, and so when I thought about this one, it was like what Tim does. This is what he does. But as I thought through more and more, I realized that you had done even more, that you had gone farther, that you had done better, that you had stood even higher than even my expectations, which were set by you. You outdid yourself and did better than I thought even you could. And that's saying a lot. Damon has been there to pull me out of every bad decision, every poor choice, and to make sure that the Crown of Ansteorra always behaves in a respectful, forthright, and noble fashion. He's made sure that I am where I need to be. He has made sure that I'm doing the things I need to do. You've been in work with me, and I hope you understand what I mean. But Tara, you were one I did not know. And I feel a little bit back in my life. When selecting you, we got great advice. Our good friend Cormac said, she's good people. Cormac knows good people. But I don't think even he knew the strength of your heart, your willpower. You would be up with me first in the morning. You would fight during the day. You would be up there with me at the party until bedtime. Your service, your selflessness, your enthusiasm, your kind smile, your love of terrible puns are a thing I'll never be able to forget. And my life is better for all of it. I thank you for all your time. I thank you for your investment in myself and the kingdom. I would rather be with that. I love you all. I love you all very much. I appreciate you all very much.
Everyone has a key to our truck.
I mean, we clear. We will not think we want to.
Know ye that we, John Paul, King of Ansteorra, in consideration of especial endeavors of service to the crown of Ansteorra, do by this our charter award unto Damon Xanthus, Kobayashi no Hotaru, Elfwin Webesno, Marguerite Denard, and Etienne de Saint-Amaranth, the King's Gauntlet of Ansteorra. John Paul. For the services of these to the crown. Vivat! Vivat!
Her Majesty now calls for the following to appear before her and this court. Gidas Logisan, Marie de Jarreau, Elfwin, Webestra, Etienne de Saint-Amaranth.
I'm not sure I can be as verbose as Your Majesty.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
All the things he just said, all over again. Again, Elfrin was there all the time. She always had the answer. I knew if I wasn't there to take care of it, that she would. And I just didn't even have the question that she wouldn't do it the right way, because it would be the right way. She knows me so well. Four times she has been on pedestal. Any of you who wish to delve into history, search for crowns and find out how many have had the same pedestal. Etienne has been there every single event. He traveled with us, rode the train, drank some wine. He wrote all of our reports. Little did he know, because we didn't know, that he would edit 19 peerage elevations. Any of you think that you want to have a peerage elevation in the future and they want to know how is the best way to do it?
It's him.
It's your guy. Cutis, he also did not know what he was getting into. Last time he did it was 25 years ago or so.
That's how saving.
Things have changed a little bit since then. But not only did Cutis fill out the scrolls, all the award scrolls during our reign, he did something that was very near and dear to my heart. He made the office better. He made it easier for future sacred employees. He designed ways to make the filling out the charters faster. He came up with new ways to present the scroll so that they look a little nicer. He did better. He didn't know he agreed to do that. But he did it because it needed to be done. Marie, is that what you are? I did something no other queen in Ansteorra has done. I announced before Queen's Champion that I would choose it. There were some who did not put their name. Marie accepted that challenge of not knowing whether she would be picked or not, despite her rhetoric on the field. Also, not knowing me very well. I love her as one of my best friends, brother, very
That's right. Who was paying attention?
You also have been there for me, not only at events, but outside of events. Been encouraging. Thoughtful. Even letting me play with fire with the instrument. That was something that I wanted to do. So you made me happy. Thank you. All of you for doing that.
'Know ye that we, Gilyan, Queen of Ansteorra, in consideration of the special endeavors of service to the crown of Ansteorra, do by this our charter award unto Cutis Logison, Marie de Jarreau, Elfwin Webestra, and Etienne de Saint-Amaranth, the Queen's Glove of Ansteorra! The Adam Romney 2025, signed Gilyan, Queen.
And I didn't make you fill out your own scroll.
For the services and sacrifice of these good people to the crown, vivat! For the record, there were parts of what just happened that I had nothing to do with. Just saying. But, as we started to say earlier, this particular chord is based around a sonnet. And the first verse, the first quatrain of that sonnet spoke of generosity. We move now to court sonnet, second quatrain, fealty.
And lest we of such sacrifice forget, as you unto this gilded circle sworn, with fealty in spoken oath well said, which shall not, when we set it off, before.
While we speak now of oaths of service rather than fealty, their Majesties summon the great officers of state.
As Her Majesty alluded, we are demanding. We know we've asked more of you than you may have expected. We are very appreciative that you met such demands with such grace, courage, and adaptability. We thank you for our service to the kingdom that you did with us.
Their Majesties hereby release the greater officers of state from any commitments to them personally, but hold them to continue their service to the kingdom and maintain their oaths and care of their offices. For the greater officers of state and their long hours of service to our kingdom. Vivat! Vivat! Their Majesties now call before them all kingdom champions of any stripe here present.
Whatever officers didn't always understand what it is they were doing. We have expectations. We have high expectations. If you all met walk next to us, yeah.
At this time, their Majesties release their champions from any oaths tied to them personally. And from the King's champion, they do reclaim the insignia of office. even if the insignia didn't want to leave. At this time, their majesties give the champions of this kingdom their leave to depart and take their ease. They ask but do not command if Hotaru and Marie will remain and exit with them, guarding their backs as they have all of this reign. For those who stand as champions for our kingdom and crown, for selfless service, loyalty, and setting a high bar for those who follow. Vivat! Vivat! Excluding their majesties' head of entourage, their sable scroll, and their golden staff. If you are entourage or an assisting herald on this stage, please come before your crown. If you have been in entourage, assisting as a herald, or otherwise serving during this reign to the crown, will you please stand where you are? At this time, their majesties release from service those who have stood watch with them, those who have guarded them through the night, who have fetched and carried, who have enabled them to serve this kingdom. Entourage, heralds, servants, scribes. Your watch of duty is complete. Take your ease. For those whose helping hands and open hearts enable the crown to serve their populace and come through it sane and whole. Vivat! Vivat!
Excluding the prince and princess of Bintang, the barons and baronesses in fee, and the knights chivalry, all who have requirements of fealty. Their majesties now call for all others present who have chosen, though not been required, to swear fealty or oath unto them as king and queen of Ansteorra. From peer of any order or magnet to any populous member, if you are able, then please stand where you are.
At this time, their majesties release from fealty all those who have chosen to swear it. You have given your word, you have kept your word, and the kingdom is stronger for it. You have the thanks of a grateful crown. For word given, word kept. Vivat! Vivat!
Their majesties call now for landed royalty and nobility, the prince and princess of Bintang, and the barons and baronesses in fief of Ansteorra. Come on, come on. This is really long.
Excellencies, you know, for you have supported us. You have supported this kingdom. You have found solutions to problems. You've done everything you could to make the Ansteorra a better place. We have talked to all of you for many hours, for many different subjects, about the right thing to do for our kingdom, the right decision. We appreciate all of that. Obviously, Dr. Parker's job was not. I know that some of you got a long time to go from the left. But thank you for your service to the kingdom. And for the gave to us. Now,
For the fealty and diligence of those holding land for the crown in peace. Viva!
Viva!
Give your Majesty leave to take your
At this time, Her Majesty would welcome before this court for a second time the Order of the White Scarf of Ansteorra.
I'll try to
One of us now.
Not know anything about
For those who do not know, the white scarves in their service and devotion to the Queen of Ansteorra grant their queens a white scarf at the beginning of their reign. For she is the lead of their order, she is the inspiration of their hearts. That is now reclaimed. For the service of the white scarves and their devotion to our queens, Vivat!
For the Queen!
For the Queen!
Thank you, Your Majesty. You have served us well and led us well.
It is with pleasure and respect their Majesties would now summon the Knights and Masters of Arms of the Order of Chivalry.
The hard part of we will sit down. I will tell you that it is kind. It's been a wonderful experience. We asked Majesties for their rightful heirs to keep them safe, all them from whom not. I have faith that the members of our order will keep the cross out. Please, we have a women who have faith in the aisle. We appreciate
For the fealty of knights to their crown, no storybook dream, but the example of a word given and a word kept. And for the honor and commitment of all chivalry to the crown of Ansteorra. Viva! Viva! For those of you following along, I think you will be joyous to know each section of court, each quatrain of this sonnet gets shorter as we go. Fourth sonnet, third quatrain, franchise.
Yet we must from this sceptred place remand the crown of these great noiseless lands. And as the phoenix that the fast transcends, it shall be raised anew by worthy hands.
Their Majesties summon, their head of entourage, their single scroll persuaded, and their golden staff herald.
Lord, and service faithfully.
Your Majesties, it has been our honor to serve. It has been our honor to lead others in service. As you dismiss us and we leave you, we know that you are not alone. The friendship and love of the kingdom will always be behind Your Majesties, as we retire from our offices, we will turn to those cities which enable us to learn. She returned her keys.
For those who are doing service to the crown and service to the family of the heart, we're one and the same. God.
Viva!
Your Majesty, unbidden, as is their right, to the Lions of Ansteorra come forward.
Last weekend, Gilyan gave us all a history lesson in Ansteorra. Part of that history lesson For that the sort of thing does not belong to the crown, it belongs to life. Lions find worthy people to carry it. Allow them to opportunity. In return, the crown finds worthy people.
Thank you for entrusting me to our care. I will say, absolutely nothing.
For the inspiration and defense of the Lions of Ansteorra, defenders of the dream. Vivat!
Vivat! Order of defense. At this time, their majesties would ask you to lead the rapier community, whether of defense, of the plague, of the white scar, to stand and form the honor guard upon the island.
Their majesties would ask now for the presence of the Order of the Rose. Third Rose.
The Queen's crown is now entrusted to the Order of the Rose, for when next the sovereign calls for a consort to be crowned.
For the service, grace, and inspiration of the roses. Vivat!
Vivat!
This experience has been amazing. This kingdom is incredible. And the generosity, the kindness, and the thoughtfulness of our populace.
Order! Present arms!
Let all rise for the final court of John, Paul, and Gilyan. Third of their names is now closed. As this court has been structured around this sonnet, words John, Paul, and Gilyan have not seen, please say the last two lines of the court sonnet with me.
Order! Arms!
Oh, sable star!
We never held you near, and shall this time together hold so near.
For Jean Paul and Gilyan, who were king and queen of Ansteorra, Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
right. Thank you to everybody who joined us on the stream. Please check out Kingdom of Ansteorra on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And stay tuned for the premiere court of Jason the Fourth and Margarita the Fourth. Again, go to Kingdom of Ansteorra on YouTube, and you will find the link to that stream. So we'll see you back here shortly. Thanks so much, everybody.